Hello, welcome to day 77 of the Daily Bread. We'll be reading in Exodus chapter 38, in 2 Samuel chapter 7, Proverbs 15, Song of Songs 7, and from the book of Job chapter 10. We'll be in the Scriptures, 2009 version, Exodus. Exodus 38 is on page 99. And he, Moshe, made the slaughter place. I'm sorry, not Moshe. Bethel made the slaughter place of ascending offering of acacia wood, 5 cubits long and 5 cubits square wide, square and 3 cubits high. And he made its horn on its 4 corners. The horns were of it, and he overlaid it with bronze. And he made all the utensils for the slaughter place, with the pots and the shovels and the basins and the forks and the fire holders. He made all the utensils of bronze, and he made a grating for the slaughter place of bronze wetwork, run under its rim, midway from the bottom. And he cast 4 rings for the 4 corners of the bronze grating as holders of for the poles. And he made the poles of acacia wood, and he overlaid them with bronze. And he put the poles into the rings on the sides of the slaughter place with which to lift it. He made the slaughter place hollow with boards. And he made the basin of bronze and its stand of bronze from the bronze. Mirrors and the serving woman who did service at the door of the tent of appointment. And he made the courtyard for the south side with the screens of the courtyard were fine woven linen, 100 cubits long, 20 cubits, and their 20 sockets of bronze. The hooks of the columns, their bands of silver. And for the north side, the screens were 100 cubits long, their 20 columns, and their 20 sockets of bronze. The hooks of the columns and the bands were of silver. And for the west side, there were screens 70 cubits, and their 10 columns, and their 10 sockets. The hooks of the columns on their bands were of silver. And for the east side, 15 cubits of screens. On the one side of the 3 columns and their 3 sockets, and the 15 cubits of screens the other side of the courtyard, and on the side and that side with their 3 columns and their 3 sockets. And all the screens of the courtyard all around were fine woven linen. All the sockets for the columns were of bronze, and the hooks of the columns and their bands were of silver. And the overlay on their tops was of silver. And all the columns of the courtyard had bands of silver. And the covering for the gate for the courtyard was the work of an embroiderer of blue and purple and scarlet material, of fine woven linen, and 20 cubits long. And the height along its width was 5 cubits, corresponding to the screens of the courtyard. And the column were 4, and their sockets of bronze. 4, their hooks were of silver, and the overlay of their tops and their bands were of silver. And all the pegs of the dwelling place, and all the courtyard, and all around were of bronze. These were the appointments of the dwelling place of the witness, which was appointed by the mouth of Moshe for the service of the Levites, by the hand of Ismar, son of Aaron the priest, and Besel, son of Uri, son of Hur, of the tribe of Judah, made all that Yahweh had commanded Moshe. And with him Obadiah, son of Abnish, the tribe of Dan, an engraver and designer, an embroiderer in blue and purple and scarlet material and in fine linen, in all the gold prepared for the work, in all the work of the set apart place. And it was the gold of the wave offering came from 29 talents and 730 shekels, according to the shekel of the set apart place. A bep, a half a shekel for a head, according to the shekel of the set apart place, for everyone passing over to those counted from 29 years old and above, for 603,550 men. And 100 talents of silver were for casting the sockets for the set apart place, and the bases of the veil 100 sockets from the 100 talents, a talent for each socket. And of the 1,775 shekels he made hooks for the columns, and overlaid their tops, and made their bands for them. And the bronze of the wave offering was 70 talents and 2,400 shekels. And with it he made the sockets for the door of the tent of appointment, and the bronze slaughter place, and the bronze grating for it, and all the utensils for the slaughter place, and the sockets for the courtyard all around, and the base for the courtyard gate, and all the pegs for the dwelling place, and all the pegs for the courtyard all around. On to 2 Samuel chapter 7 on page 322. And it came to be when the sovereign was dwelling in his house, and Yahweh had given him rest from all his enemies all around, that the sovereign said to Nathan the prophet, See, now I am dwelling in a house of cedar, but the ark of Elohim dwells within curtains. And Nathan said to the sovereign, Go, do what is all in your heart, for Yahweh is with you. And it came to be that night that the word of Yahweh came to Nathan, saying, Go and say to my servant David, Thus said Yahweh, Would you build a house for me to dwell in? For I have not dwelt in a house since the time that I brought the children of Israel from Mizraim, even to this day, but have moved about in a tent and in a dwelling place. Wherever I have walked with all the children of Israel, have I ever spoken a word to anyone from the tribes of Israel, whom I commanded to shepherd my people Israel, saying, Why have you not built me a house of cedar? And now say to my servant David, Thus said Yahweh of hosts, I took you from the pasture, from following the flock, to be ruler over my people, over Israel. And I have been with you wherever you have gone, and have cut off all your enemies from before you, and have made you a great name, like the name of the great ones who are on the earth. And I shall appoint a place for my people, Israel, and shall plant them, and they shall dwell in the place of their own, and no longer be afraid, neither shall the children of wickedness oppress them again as at the first. Even from the day I commanded rulers over my people Israel, and have caused you to rest from all your enemies, and Yahweh has declared to you that he would make you a house. When your days are filled and you rest with your fathers, I shall raise up your seed after you, who comes from your inward parts, and shall establish his reign. He does build a house for my name, and I shall establish the throne of his reign forever. I am to be his father, and he is my son. If he does perversely, I shall reprove him with the rod of men and with the blows of the sons of men. And my loving commitment does not turn aside from him, as I turned it aside from Shaul, whom I removed from before you. And your house and your reign are to be steadfast forever before you. Your throne is established forever, according to all these words, and according to all this vision. So Nathan spoke to David. And sovereign David went in and sat before Yahweh, and he said, Who am I, O Master Yahweh? And what is my house that you, what is in my house that you have brought me this far? And yet this is a small matter in your eyes, O Master. And you have also spoken of your servant's house for a great while to come. And it is in the and is this the Torah of man, O Master? And what more does David say to you? For you, Master Yahweh, know your servant. Because of your word and according to your own heart, you have done all this greatness to make it known to your servant. You are great indeed, O Master Yahweh, for there is none like you, and there is no Elohim but you, according to all that we heard with our ears. And who is like your people, like Israel, the one nation on the earth whom Elohim went to ransom for himself as a people, to make for himself a name, and to do for you greatness and awesome deeds for your land before your people, whom you ransom for yourself from Mizraim, from the nations and their mighty ones. And you have established for yourself your people, Israel, as your own people forever. And you, Yahweh, have become their Elohim. And now, O Yahweh, Elohim, the word which you have spoken concerning your servant and concerning his house, establish it forever. And do as you have said. And let your name be made great forever, saying, Yahweh of hosts is the Elohim of Israel. And let the house of your servant David be established before you. For you, O Yahweh of hosts, the Elohim of Israel, have revealed this to your servant, saying, I build you a house. Therefore your servant has taken heart to pray this prayer to you. And now, O Master Yahweh, you are Elohim, and your words are true, and you have spoken this goodness to your servant. And now be pleased to bless the house of your servant, and now be pleased to bless the house of your servant, to be before you forever. For you, O Master Yahweh, has spoken it. And with your blessing, let the house of your servant be blessed forever. On to Proverbs 15. A soft man turns away wrath, but a harsh word stirs up displeasure. The tongue of the wise makes knowledge good, but the mouth of fools pours out foolishness. The eyes of Yahweh are in every place, watching the evil and the good. A healing tongue is a tree of life, but perverseness in it crushes the spirit. A fool despises his father's discipline, but he who heeds reproof is clever. The house of the righteous is a great treasure, but in the income of the wrong is trouble. The lips of the wise scatter knowledge, but the heart of fools is not so. The slaughtering of the wrong ones is an abomination to Yahweh, but the prayer of the straight is his delight. The way of the wrong one is an abomination to Yahweh, but he loves him who pursues righteousness. Discipline is grievous to him who forsakes the way. He who hates reproof dies. Shield and destruction are before Yahweh. How much more the hearts of the sons of men? A scoffer does not love his reprover, nor does he not go to the wise. A glad heart makes a good face, but by sorrow of heart the spirit is stricken. The heart of the understanding one seeks knowledge, but the mouth of fools feeds on folly. All the days of the afflicted are evil, but gladness of heart is a continual feast. Better is a little with the fear of Yahweh than great treasure with trouble. Better is a meal of vegetables where love is than a fatted calf with hatred. A man of wrath stirs up strife, but he who is patient appeases strife. The way of the lazy one is like a hedge of thorns, but the way of the straight is a highway. A wise son makes a father glad, but a foolish man despises his mother. Folly is joy to one lacking heart, but a man of understanding walks straight. Without counsel, plans go wrong, but by great counselors they are established. A man has joy by the answer of his mouth, and how good is a word spoken in his season. The path of life is upward for the wise, to turn away from Sheol below. Yahweh tears down the house of the proud, and he sets up the boundary of the widow. Evil thoughts are an abomination to Yahweh, but pleasant words are clean. He who is greedy for gain troubles his own house, but he who hates bribes lives. The heart of the righteous ponders how to answer, but the mouth of the wrong pours out evil. Yahweh is far from the wrong ones, but he hears the prayer of the righteous. The light of the eyes rejoices the heart. A good report gives marrow to the bones. An ear that hears the reproof of life does dwell among the wise. He who ignores discipline hates himself, but he who listens to reproof gets understanding. The fear of Yahweh is the discipline of wisdom, and before esteem is humility. Proverbs 15 ending. On to Songs of Songs 7 on page 789. How beautiful are your feet in sandals, O daughter of a noble. The curve of your thighs are like ornaments, the work of a craftsman's hands. Your navel is a rounded bowl. Let it not lack mixed wine. Your body is a heap of wheat, hedged about with lilies. Your two breasts are like two fawns, twins of a gazelle. Your neck is like an ivory tower. Your eyes are pools of Heshbon, by the gate of Bath Rimmon. Your nose is like the tower of Lebanon, looking to Damascus. Your head upon you is like Mount Carmel, and the hair of your head is like purple. The sovereign is held captive by the ringlets. How beautiful and how pleasant you are, O love, in delights. This stature of yours compares to a palm tree, and your breasts to clusters. I said, let me go up to the palm tree, let me take hold of its tips, and please let your breasts be like clusters of the vine, and the fragrance of your breath like apples, and your palate like the best wine, going down smoothly for my beloved, flowing gently, slumbering lips. I am my beloved's, and his desire is toward me. Come, my beloved, let us go forth to the field. Let us stay in the villages. Let us get up early to the vineyards. Let us see whether the wine has budded, the grapes blossoms have opened, the pomegranates have blossomed, where I give you my cardinal loves. The love apples have given fragrance, and at our gates are all pleasant fruit, new and old, which I have laid up for you, my beloved. On to Job chapter 10 on page 765. My being has grown weary of my life. I let loose my complaint. I speak in the bitterness of my being. I say to Elo, do not declare me wrong. Show me why you strive with me. Is it good that you should crush, that you should despise the work of your hands and shine on the counsel of the realm? Do you have eyes of flesh? Do you see as man sees? Are your days like the days of a mortal man, or your years like the days of a mighty man? That you should seek for my crookedness and search out my sin. For you know that I am not wrong, and there is no one to deliver from your hand. No one to deliver from your hand. Your hands have made me and shaped me altogether, all around. Yet you destroyed me. Remember, please, that you have made me like clay. And would you turn me into dust again? Did you not pour me out like milk and curdle me like cheese? Skin and flesh you put on me, and wove me with bones and sinews. Life and loving commitment you have bestowed on me, and your visitation has perversed my spirit. And these you have laid up in your heart. I know that this was with you. If I sin, then you watch me, and let no crookedness of mine go unpunished. If I am wrong, woe to me. And if I am righteous, I would not lift up my head, filled with shame and seeing my grief. If I lift it up high, you hunt me as a lion, and again you would show yourself marvelous against me. You renew your witness against me, and increase your vexation towards me. Change me and a host are with me. Changes and a host are with me. So why have you brought me forth from the womb? Oh, that I have perished, and no eye has seen me. I should have been as though it had not been, brought from the womb to the brutal burial site. Are not my days few? Then cease. Leave me alone, so that I might brighten up a little before I go, and not return to the land of darkness and the shadow of death, a land as dark as darkness itself, as the shadow of death, without any order, whose light is as darkness. Shalom. Make it a great day. Read your Bible and talk to the Father.